all, this is Halloween, and if you love costumes and Halloween as much as I do, you may want to subscribe because I'm going to be showing you how to make some awesome costumes without breaking the bank, and maybe even using some stuff that you already have at home. I don't usually do this, but today's costume, I guess you can call it a double creature feature because last week I did Beetlejuice, and this week we're going to be doing Miss Argentina from the 1988 Tim Burton hit Beetlejuice. It's just with all the shipping problems that I'm having and things taking longer to ship, and a Marie Antoinette dress that came and looked like I bought it off a Wish. I didn't even take a picture of it. I crammed that thing back in the package and shipped it back. It wasn't anything like what I expected. So I've been having like issues with that, so I gotta kind of work with what I got. So today we're gonna be Miss Argentina. Let's get started. Here's what we have for Miss Argentina. Now this cape actually came from a devil costume that my mom had. I still have the costume because I just can't bear to get rid of it quite yet. But I cut the cape off of it. And I just wanted to show you that because this is something that, you may be able to find just a real cheap devil costume. Now when she bought this was probably a $50 costume, but over time the lame has gotten discolored and it's worn. She wore it well. She wore it a lot. She won a lot of money with this costume. But anyway, you may be able to find just like a cheap costume that has a great cape on it. Just buy it and cut the cape off. That's what I did here. So I just bought a piece of white ribbon, just regular white ribbon. You don't want to get wire-edged ribbon because it will be crinkly and weird, and you just want to get regular ribbon with no wire edges. And then my mom already had these letters. They're just black paper letters. You could probably buy them anywhere. You can even paint them on. You can use a Sharpie even maybe, if it doesn't bleed too much on whatever material you have. Anything you want to do to put Miss Argentina on that banner, real easy. I just cut it and, wrapped it around me and hot glued it where I needed to get it to connect at the bottom. That's that part. I found the perfect sequined dress on Amazon, and I'll put in the description down below because it was kind of like a long description. It was like pretty guide mini sequin red dress, it just went on and on and on. So I'll put it down in the description exactly what it was called, and it was, like I said, it was on Amazon. 35 bucks. You can't beat that. It's a pretty little dress, and you could even, after you're done with the costume, this would be a great dress for a Christmas event or anything. It's a shorter dress, goes about, just above the knee or so, but it was perfect. So I bought that. And this is the burgundy color. They don't have red, but the burgundy goes fine, in my opinion. Her dress in the movie, if you've seen it, looks to be more burgundy anyway. So, and then I've got the red heels, which I already had. I got those from the thrift store. The tag's still on them for $9.96. And then this was a red wig I had. It was actually a long-haired red wig, but it's synthetic and it had been worn a few times, so it was all matted. I cut it, combed it out, curled it with the plastic rods, and then put it in hot, almost boiling water. Let that dry overnight, and then I just pinned the curls up around it. What I did not put in the curlers, I curled with my hot iron, not on the highest heat, and it turned out perfect. It looks great, exactly how I wanted it to look, and it's like a different wig. I even sprayed it. You can hairspray synthetic wigs, and it'll stay just like real hair. So I sprayed the crap out of it with some Aquanet, and it looks awesome. So we'll go ahead and get started with our makeup. Time to get Miss Argentina. For this one, obviously, we're going to need green makeup. I chose a couple of different greens from Ben Nye, from the Ben Nye collection. I have an emerald green here. They're very close to each other as far as color goes, but they cover better than the gecko green. So this is the emerald green in aqua, and I'm going to put that in the description down below as well. And this is the Kelly green, Ben Nye aqua. I also got a little of this seafoam to kind of maybe highlight with. I don't know if I'm going to use it yet. We'll see. Seafoam Bandai. Anything that I actually use, I'll put in the description. And I got white just in case. White is can be a fixer sometimes. I'm going to be using my Tammix Revolution color palette, which we've all seen before. I've used it in several of my videos. It's just got a really nice arrangement of colors in there. I'm going to be using the purples and maybe some of the blue, I don't know. That's basically it for her. I've got just a black liner. You know, that's pretty much it. Let's get started here. I have done Miss Argentina before. I want to say it was 2018, probably 2018 when I did her. And the first time I did Miss Argentina, I used a red corset and a red skirt because the red corset had the sweetheart neckline. Also, it was something that I already had. You know what? It was 2020. Not important. But it was clothes that I already had, so I did it. That's the thing with this one. Miss Argentina is real easy. You can pretty much use any kind of dress, red dress. It can be a sweetheart neckline or not. It can be long, short. It doesn't even have to be red, you know, that I've seen in some examples online. So, I mean, it's really versatile. So, as long as you have the banner, the hair, the red hair, and the green skin, I mean, they're gonna know who you are. So, Miss Argentina was a beloved character from the 1988 awesome Tim Burton movie, Beetlejuice, and it was basically just a cameo. She wasn't in there very much, but she became very popular with people that loved the film. The first time I saw somebody portray her was probably 2010. And I thought it was the coolest thing I've ever seen because I had never seen anybody do her before. So I thought, man, I'm going to do that someday. And it ended up being like 2020, like 10 years later when I finally did. But it turned out very good. So I'm going to start with the Kelly Green as a base. And then I'm going to build off of that. Of course, I have to paint my whole body. I've ordered more makeup, things that I was out of. And it's taking forever to ship. So I'm really kind of annoyed by that. You know, and this is like Amazon, and they have warehouses everywhere, so I don't know why everything's taking so long, but it is. So if you're getting anything for Halloween, any makeup or anything like that, I would suggest you start now. Oh, that's good stuff, yeah. I ordered another thing of Kelly Green. I've only got this one little thing. That's a perfect color, I think. I'm just greening my face. I did want to suggest that if you don't want to paint your whole body, you can always get green pantyhose and just try to get your Ben-Nye colors to match whatever green your pantyhose are. I'm a huge fan of that because painting your whole body sometimes can be a pain in the butt. You know, you just need a little help with it. If your boyfriend or your significant other, girlfriend is there, whatever it may be, to help you. Guys could wear this costume too. Especially these days, you can get away with anything. So, yeah, just greening my face. Yeah, the hose, I was thinking about getting them, but I had to do this costume kind of like on the fly. And I did end up ordering an actual dress because I just loved it. When I first did this costume in 2020, my mom had just passed away, and that still feels weird to say. It doesn't even seem real, but I wasn't even going to do Halloween. I think I've mentioned that before in another video, but wasn't going to do it at all. So it ended up being a very last minute. I had to just grab things that I already had and use them. And that's kind of where my head was at. I had been posting every day a different costume for, you know, this was the third year, and my mom would have wanted that. So I just did it. A lot of my costumes that year were pretty crude. But I intend to do them, you know, redo them and do them right eventually. All of them probably. Especially if I'm going to keep doing this, you know. They were good ideas, but they weren't executed very awesome because I just wasn't in the mood, if you can believe that. That's working great. Really happy with it. This Kelly Green. Perfect color for her. Now, I want to see what it looks like to highlight with some of this seafoam. I kind of think it's going to look good. If it doesn't, we'll just cover it up with Kelly Green. So I'm going to do this. I think I'm just going to highlight and see what it looks like. Eek. I didn't do this last time, but I've noticed that she's kind of got a hint of like a creamy or a mint green. I think it'll look good. You know, just like where you would do highlights if you were contouring. Going to kind of mix with the green. I think it looks really, really cool. Really good. Right down the middle of the nose. This kind of just makes it three-dimensional too. You know, you're not just green. I like that. We can do some of this on the body too. I think it'll look good. So my daddy came over last night. So cute. He gave me a sweet little gift to thank him for a gift that I got him for his birthday. And I love it so much because he has the most beautiful handwriting. And there's a picture of him and his brother on this fishing charter that I bought the two of them for his birthday. Let me tell you, if you have a dad that has everything already and you never know what to get him, if he loves fishing, fishing charters are the best gift ever. If you're from right around in Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, Plant City or anything like that, Flat Satisfied Fishing Charters. It's a friend of ours, Daryl Patasol, and he will take your dad out on the boat. He gets the bait and everything like that. What's cool about it is they don't have to worry about cleaning the boat or anything like that. That's normally a pain in the butt. You know, it's great going on a fishing trip, but it's the after. Clean up the boat. You have to bring in the boat. You have to, you know, get all your own bait. It's just like by the time you're out there and fishing, you know, you don't get much time to really enjoy it. So he does all that heavy lifting, and it's really the best thing you could ever do for your dad. Just to, you know, Christmas is coming. If you want a great idea, that's a great idea. But anyway, I have kind of a lot going on in here. You see the gown in the background that I'm working on for something. You'll see what it is soon. But anyway, he's like, why don't you do something easy? Doing all these costumes that are so hard. This is an easy one. Because you basically can just get any dress with spaghetti straps or sweetheart neckline or even strapless dress, and you wear the sash, you wear the red hair, and you do the green makeup, and you're Miss Argentina. And everyone's going to know it. So I just wanted to mention that this is a really good one to do if you have a, you know, you don't have a very large budget and you want to do something really cool. Everyone will love this. Everyone will know who you are. They do make the costume too already made. You know, comes in the, you know, one of the bagged costumes that kind of has everything. What I didn't like about it is that the sash doesn't say Miss Argentina. It says like Beauty Queen or something like that. It's the generic version. I think that looks awesome. It's highlighted. Yes, I'm so glad I did that. So now let's start working on our eyes. You know, I like to do my eyebrows first. I'm just gonna do a regular old eyebrow with black pencil. Just going over what I already had going on here this morning. I went to the market to pick up some vegetables, so I went ahead and threw on some eyebrows. So I've done both my eyebrows. I'm also going to line my waterline with black pencil. Any black pencil. You can buy any black pencil and it'll work good. Some are better than others, but this one was just one that I found. It's LA Colors. It's cheap, but like some really go on nice and heavy, but this is not one of those. Something's pulling right up to my door, so weird. Now I've got my Tammix Revolution Palette. I'm going in for the purple here. You know, doing a purple, maybe mixing some blue there with it. Kind of goes all the way around the eye. Let's see what shows up the best and go with that. Purple's showing up pretty good, so. I can I'm gonna do purple inside and like a little blue outside. See, this one's showing up real good. You know, this palette isn't bad. It's just some of the colors don't really show up very well, but this purple shows up nice. And it's a really nice purple. I'm not a big fan of purple. It's looking good. And I'm gonna go around, and then I'm going to go around that with the blue in here. Maybe even blue and a little bit of black. And then I'll do a black blush just to highlight, low light really, my cheekbones. We've already highlighted. So I've got this like, it's like a navy blue down in here. I'm gonna go around with. I haven't used this one yet. Yeah, that'll look good. It's like layers of death. You always want to do layers when we're doing death, because it's got all kinds of different stages. Rigor mortis, then bloating, then rotting. Ooh, spooky. I want this down here to be a little more blended. She definitely has an under the eye thing going on. You're almost making it look like a bruise, if that makes sense for you. It's kind of like purples and blues and blacks for her. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Wish they'd stop with the old wah outside. I don't know what they're using out there, leaf blower or something. I live across the street from a 55 and up community, which is great. I love them. They're so quiet. It's a quiet neighborhood, but their lawn maintenance is like going on forever. Like they always have people over there doing the lawn, which is nice. I mean, it stays nice, but crap. I mean, it's so loud all the time, you know, during the day. Now I'm putting a little black in there for like a bruised sort of look, or a decay, I guess it would be. I'm gonna do my other eye the exact same way. This is just the one that you can see. When I'm doing makeup over here, I don't think you can see it. So, you know, obviously the other one's gonna be done the same way. And this is like not one of those things where you have to be perfect. You just kind of just doing it, just getting her done. I think it looks pretty good. Let me do the other eye, and I'll pop back on. Do we look dead yet? Get my blush brush out here. I think I'm gonna do a little of the emerald green. It's a little darker on my cheekbones, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of the black just for blush. Just a little light right in there, just like that. See, that looks good. A little of that emerald green action. And I'm gonna take a little of this black from this palette, maybe even the navy blue. I think the navy blue will look good. Oh, that, you see, kind of makes it look a little gaunt. Yeah, that's good. I went around my mouth again a little with the Kelly green just to darken it up some. And one thing I almost forgot, we gotta do our slit wrists. I'm just gonna use a black pencil and the lightest seafoam color that I have here. And then when I paint, that light color is gonna be around the slit wrist. So that it's gonna look raised a little bit because it's lighter than the darker Kelly green. You can use, they make slit wrists latex pieces you can buy, you know, when Spirit Halloween opens up, or even online if you want. You see, I just did a little seafoam on my wrists. I'm gonna do that on both wrists here. I lost one of my lights. And then I'm just gonna draw a black slit wrist, a black line. I'm gonna do some fake eyelashes. I'm gonna draw my little slit on here. A liquid liner would probably even work better, which I'm probably gonna end up doing. But yeah, just a simple slit. And then when we paint our Kelly green all on our body, this is gonna show up lighter, it'll look raised, it'll look cool. So we need red lipstick and eyelashes. just any red lipstick. I'm gonna put on my eyelashes and green the rest of my body. But we're pretty much done. Just blending a little more. Down there. All right, let's do this. All set, let's take some photos. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I hope you loved today's costume. It's an easy one to do and it's not very expensive. Another thing is it's very unique. So most people, when they think of Beetlejuice, they're thinking Beetlejuice, Lydia, Sandworm, you know. A lot of them don't really think to do Miss Argentina, so it's going to be a very cool and unique costume for you to try at home. That does it for today's episode. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share the video, and I'll see you next time.